Detroit's air pollution crisis, worst in the world due to Canadian wildfires. Detroit's air quality crisis has reached alarming levels, with the city ranking among the most polluted in the world. This is a stark reality check, especially considering the impact of Canadian wildfires on air quality across the Midwest. The National Weather Service (NWS) has issued alerts for several states, including Michigan, as smoke from Canadian wildfires blankets the region. Fine particulate matter, known as PM 2.5, poses a significant threat to respiratory and heart health, making vulnerable groups even more susceptible. Air quality alerts have been in place for days, with individual NWS offices reporting unhealthy conditions. Earlier this week, Chicago experienced the worst air quality globally due to thick wildfire smoke from Canada. The World Air Quality Index highlights Detroit's sharp spike in pollution, with ash and particulates drifting over from Canada. At the time of writing, Detroit ranks third worldwide behind Kinshasa and Toronto, which is also affected by the wildfires. Notably, Detroit's air quality surpasses that of Kolkata, one of India's largest cities, and every other city in the United States. The Air Index classifies Detroit's air quality as unhealthy, with a score of 155, joining only 4 other cities worldwide in this category. The NWS warns that elevated pollution levels can lead to adverse health effects, urging people and businesses to limit outdoor physical activity and avoid activities that contribute to ozone formation, such as refueling vehicles or using gasoline-powered equipment. The Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy attributes the smoke's persistence to high pressure settling overhead, limiting dispersion, and keeping smoke at the surface. Meteorologist Matt Terrelson from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency commented, "This is the first time we've had a week-long worth of alerts across the entire state, at levels unhealthy for everyone, not just sensitive groups." AccuWeather also highlighted the impact on Chicago, stating, "Wildfire smoke from Canada smothered Chicago yesterday, giving the city the worst air quality in the world for several hours." The smoke is expected to continue affecting the region throughout the weekend, with alerts in place until Monday. This article aims to provide factual and fair journalism, and we encourage readers to share their thoughts and rate the article. Newsweek is committed to delivering accurate and unbiased news coverage. Upper Michigan weather update. Lingering haze, 90 degrees, heat wave ahead. TV6 first alert forecast. The air feels thick, the sun beats down, and the weather is about to turn up the heat, literally. In Marquette, Michigan, a stubborn haze has been hanging around, but a shift in the wind has brought some relief. While the air quality index remains in the moderate range, experts advise staying cautious and limiting prolonged outdoor exposure. But here's where it gets interesting. The same winds that cleared the haze might also bring scattered rain showers this week, thanks to lake breezes colliding. And this is the part most people miss. This isn't just a passing phase. A major weather pattern is shifting. An upper-level ridge, like a giant atmospheric dome, is moving into the upper Midwest, trapping heat and humidity. By Friday and Saturday, temperatures could soar into the 90s, making it feel like summer's worst day. Let's break it down. Today, expect a hazy, partly cloudy day, with highs in the upper 70s near the lakes and low 80s inland. Tuesday brings partly cloudy skies with a chance of hit-or-miss rain. Wednesday is a warm-up day, with temperatures nudging into the low 80s. Thursday marks the start of the heat wave, mostly sunny, sweltering, and a possible thunderstorm. Friday and Saturday will test your air conditioner, with highs in the upper 80s to near 90s and muggy conditions. Sunday cools slightly, but evening thunderstorms could pop up. Want to stay ahead? Download the TV6 First Alert weather app for iOS or Android, or stream live updates on TV6 Plus or YouTube. But here's a controversial twist. Is this heat wave just a natural cycle, or a sign of something bigger? Climate scientists debate whether these patterns are becoming more frequent. What's your take? Share your thoughts below. Agree, disagree, or just share how you're prepping for the heat. The video above will stream live until the full report is ready. So don't forget to subscribe for real-time updates. Copyright 2025 WLUC. All rights reserved. Canada wildfires. Air quality alerts across the upper Midwest and Northeast. Imagine waking up to a sky so hazy that even the brightest morning sun struggles to pierce through. That's exactly what millions of people in parts of the United States are facing as smoke from hundreds of wildfires in Canada drifts south, creating alarming air quality concerns. But here's where it gets controversial. While wildfires are often seen as natural events, their increasing frequency and intensity have sparked debates about climate change, human activity, and how we respond to such crises. As of August 4, 2025, at least 738 wildfires are actively burning across Canada, a staggering number that underscores the scale of this environmental disaster. Out of these fires, 201 are classified as out of control, according to data from the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Centre. These uncontained blazes are not only devastating vast stretches of forest, but also releasing massive amounts of smoke into the atmosphere. This smoke is now making its way into the United States, blanketing regions like the upper Midwest and Northeast under a thick layer of haze. By Monday morning, residents in at least 8 states, from Wisconsin in the west to Maine in the east, were already dealing with air quality alerts triggered by wildfire smoke. Cities like Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay, New York City, and Boston were particularly affected, with some even ranking among the top 10 worst major cities globally for air quality on that day. Picture this: stepping outside in Chicago or Detroit felt like walking into a cloud of pollution, with visibility reduced and the air carrying an unmistakable burnt smell. On Monday, heavy smoke continued to flow through this corridor of the U.S., casting eerie orange hues over skylines and leaving skies perpetually overcast. For those living in areas under alert, officials recommend taking precautions, limiting outdoor activities, especially strenuous ones, and keeping windows tightly shut can help minimize exposure to harmful pollutants. Unfortunately, relief may not come quickly. Forecasts suggest that the lingering smoke could keep air quality alerts in place well into Tuesday. But this is the part most people miss. Poor air quality isn't just an inconvenience. It poses serious health risks, especially for vulnerable populations like children, the elderly, and individuals with respiratory conditions. Breathing in fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, which is prevalent in wildfire smoke, can irritate lungs, trigger asthma attacks, and exacerbate chronic illnesses. So while the hazy skies might look dramatic in photos, they represent a real and pressing danger to public health. The situation raises important questions about our collective responsibility toward mitigating wildfires and addressing their root causes. Are governments doing enough to prevent such disasters? Should stricter regulations be imposed on industries contributing to climate change? And perhaps most importantly, how do we balance economic interests with environmental sustainability? So, what do you think? Do you believe these wildfires are primarily a result of natural factors? Or does human activity play a larger role than we admit? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.